In this virtual production tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up a new Unreal scene so you can use it with Disguise for virtual production. We will use the Disguise RenderStream plugin. You need to make sure that this plugin is inside your project folder. The first thing to do is create a new project with the right version of Unreal for the version of Disguise that you're using. Then when you have your new level, you'll notice in the content drawer, we don't have any levels. So make sure you go to File, Save Current Level. We're going to call this New Map for now. Then if I open up my content drawer, notice I have a new map. Then we can click Save All, and let's make sure that we have the RenderStream plugin in our project folder. Inside your Unreal project, make sure that you have the proper RenderStream plugin inside a Plugins folder. In order for the plugin to be recognized by Disguise, once the RenderStream plugin is in your Plugins folder in your Unreal project, go ahead and restart your project. Notice that now it says that there are new plugins available, and we also need to update our project file for the new plugin. Once you've updated your project file for the new plugin, in Unreal Engine, go to Edit, Project Settings. We're going to change a few settings to work better with the Unreal Engine RenderStream plugin from Disguise. First, search Pixel, and then we're going to change 10-bit to 8-bit. Next, select Alpha, and we need to enable Alpha output. Search for Scene Selection. Under the Scene Selector, choose Maps. You may want to use streaming levels for interactive content, but generally you're going to use Maps. Then search for Map, and under the default maps, we want the editor to start up with New Map, the game default map to be New Map, the transition map to be New Map, and the server default map to be New Map. We can change any of these later inside Disguise or in Unreal. Once you have all of these settings set, close the project settings, go to File, Save All, and since we changed from 10-bit to 8-bit, we need to restart Unreal, so go ahead and restart now. Now we will add a new actor. Select this plus button, Basic Actor. We'll label this actor RS Actor. This will be our camera root. We want to zero everything out. So now it is at 0, 0. This can be moved around, but for now we're going to start it at 0, 0. This is our camera root. Select the plus button, then search for Cine. You'll see Cine Camera Actor. If you don't see this, that means your Disguise RenderStream plugin is not installed correctly. If you don't want to see the Cine Camera Actor view right here, the rendered view of the camera, then go to Edit, Editor Preferences, search for Camera View, then uncheck Preview Selected Cameras. Now you won't see that selected camera. We need to duplicate this, so press Ctrl-C, then Ctrl-V twice. Then select all three by holding Shift and drag them underneath the camera actor. So this is the RenderStream actor, this is the camera root. We want to always move the cameras in Unreal by the camera root because you're going to get tracking data from your system, from Disguise, and then it's going to be added to where these cameras are. So we want these cameras to be at 0, 0 inside the camera root. So make sure all of these are at 0, 0. This one as well at 0, 0. And then the third one is at 0, 0. So we can move camera root around the RS actor, but we don't want to move the Cine cameras. The Cine Camera Actors need to be labeled specifically. Label the first one RS Main Cam. This is the camera that will show what is seen by the physical camera in your virtual production stage. Label the second one RS00F Cam. This is the outer Frustum cam. This will show on the LED screen everywhere that your camera is not, and it's used for lights and reflections, and it can also be used for set extension in virtual production. The last one will be RS AR Cam. So this is for augmented reality elements. On each of these cameras, we need to add the RenderStream Channel Definition. So search Add, type in Render, and you'll see the RenderStream Channel Definition. We need to add that to each of these. Select the next one, click Add, and then finally add it to the outer Frustum cam. Now each of these has the RenderStream Channel Definition added to them. Select the RenderStream AR Cam. We need to change a few things about this one. Select the RenderStream Channel Definition right here. Then under Default Visibility, make it Hidden. Then search for Fog. Uncheck Fog and Volumetric Fog. Next, search for sky, and sometimes you need to turn off the sky lighting on the AR cam. Right now, we don't have any set elements. To create an AR element, select the plus button, we'll make shapes, and we'll select cube. This will be our cube, and it will be an augmented reality element. We need to make it movable. This is important, otherwise we can't make it a child. Then we can drag it underneath the RS actor. So it needs to be under the RS actor. So it's under the camera root. Then select the AR cam and select the RenderStream Channel Definition. And we need to force it visible by clicking the plus button. We can use the eyedropper, and we can select this cube. So now this cube is an AR element that is only visible with our AR cam. Once you've done all of this, we can go ahead and save file, save all. Now you have a basic Unreal scene that will work with virtual production in disguise with these cameras. You need to get this onto your render nodes in your particular disguise setup, but this should get you started. I have a link to this template in the description. Hopefully you have great virtual production with Disguise and Unreal Engine.